Welcome back to Giant Doobies Will Help. That's from Randy on Patreon. As you can see, we're still missing Doug. He is still at the hospital. Here's the proof. You might have already seen it, but it's still worth showing again.
Bummer.
I know. I really hope he returns, but for now, you can also join the Patreon. That's patreon.com/gettingdoug.
Doug plugs. Doug's going to be doing stand-up in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Acme Comedy Club on October 17th. And then October 19th in Las Vegas, Nevada, Doug's doing a Doug Loves Movies taping at the Comedy Cellar at the Rio. I assume that's a casino. And then October 26th, Denver, Colorado at the Comedy Works, Doug Loves Movies taping. Both the Doug Loves Movies are at 420. For all the other dates and deets, go to douglovesmovies.com and enjoy the show.
Hello, we're back. This is day 1 of Missing Doug for us, but day 2 of Missing Doug for all of you at home. Still in the hospital. Maybe
Sorry,
we'll cut
Doug.
to a photo. I don't know if it works if I just say it that way. Probably not.
I love you, Doug.
You just make commands.
Our guests today are Billy Wayne Davis and Dave Ross.
Yay.
Whoa.
Guys, what time does
Thank
Doug
you.
get here?
Yeah, where's Doug?
What time is Doug getting here?
We miss Doug.
We all
We
miss
came
Doug.
here for Doug.
You're not
Who the
getting Doug
fuck is
today.
Doug?
We're sitting on either side of you. You can't get out now. You're
Yeah,
just trapped
we're
and you're
trapped.
going to have
I'm
to.
okay with it, but it's...
Yeah, but I miss Doug.
Is he
Look,
okay?
Billy Wayne, I noticed that the first time you were on the show, since I've been on, you brought a bunch of flour with you, and then since you've just kind of been showing up.
Oh,
Do you understand that that was kind of like a strange
Called
way to start?
out.
Well, I mean, that's... I don't know if you understand how a harvest works, but you have to plant stuff every year for it to keep showing back up. And since I got on the show, I've been like a lot more busy, so I don't grow
Alright.
it. But next year, let's say next year around this time, let's say November, I'll bring more if you have it, because I may grow some again.
Oh, this is reminding me, actually.
I wonder if farmers get that, where they're like, hey, the first time you came over,
You had like a lot of carrots?
like you brought us a lot of corn. And then,
And they're like, well, it's March.
so, do you have avocados?
I just bring it up because I truly did have a lot of very wonderful highs from you, and I'm still very appreciative.
Oh, thank you.
I gotta say, it was good stuff.
But
was
she
really
let
good
it to be
stuff.
like, she was like, why don't you bring me more shit?
Where's my weed at?
Yeah.
No.
so funny.
I'm still thankful.
I wish I could. I mean, that's the thing. It's like this weird blessing and curse, where it's like I get busy and I can't grow weed, and that's like the way I want to. And then when you're not busy, you need to be busy, but you're growing weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't do it for business, so I don't sell it to people. I'm not
Oh, you
like
don't at all?
No.
Oh, wow.
You just want it to
I
happen.
think
You just
eventually
have it and then
I
give it
will.
to your
I will
friends? That's awesome.
Yeah, and I will transition into selling it.
Right.
Because I do enjoy it, like the process of growing it. But like, yeah, the first couple of harvests I've had, I've just been like, I'm just gonna take jars
Totally.
to everyone.
Totally.
And it makes people really happy when you hand them a giant jar of weed.
Sure,
Oh,
you know?
it was
See? She's
beautiful.
been bringing it up. Yeah.
It just
Happy
looked
and
nice
right
on my
away.
counter,
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
It was funny too because you waited till the cameras were on. Camera came on. Hey, where's my fucking
It
weed,
was
dude?
that. Yeah. That was good.
Listen, I had to pick my moment.
Sure, yeah, of
That was
course.
the
I
moment.
respect the timing.
Me too.
Oh, okay, she's
The
a
last
good
time
journalist.
I
She's
was
a
on
good
the
journalist.
show, when I was leaving, Doug was standing in front of the building holding a box with one of those magic butter machines in it. And I was like, holy shit, what's that, man? And he just goes, magic butter, you want one? And I was like, hell yeah, I want one. But then, like, I really don't smoke that much weed, and I don't
You didn't think he was
weed.
going to give it to you right then either.
No.
You
Well,
just-
no, at all. And he, I think, sent you inside, and you came back out with a second one. He didn't give me his.
Probably.
Oh,
I
He
think
gave me
there's
another
still some
one.
back there.
So I had it, and of course I wanted it. And then I was like, yeah, but I don't smoke enough weed to eat weed. And then I was going to his wife's baby shower.
Also my baby shower, too.
Is it the dude's baby shower also?
Why is it the wife's baby shower?
I think it's the
she's
baby's
pregnant.
baby
It's
shower.
the baby
Listen,
shower.
you've got a cute baby, and
Thank
that's
you
the
very
most important thing.
Thank you. I do have a very cute baby.
Because you
did
showered
both
it.
have the baby, but you know she had the
I
baby
didn't,
inside
dude.
of.
She did it.
She had
Well,
I'm
it was
saying
her
like the
shower.
party. No, it's for the baby.
Okay.
They don't.
Fair.
You didn't
Oh.
get her. The only gift I got was from you.
Well, that's what. But
Well, then it was her
actually-
party.
That's actually the story I was telling. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be so funny. I'm gonna give her a magic butter machine for a baby shower. She's gonna open it and be like, oh, fuck you. What the fuck? This is insane. But what I didn't think about was the fact that this is actually a perfect present for Billy.
It was great.
So she and he opened the thing together, and he was like, "Oh, awesome!" And she just looked at me and was like, "Why did you give my husband a present at my baby shower?"
Because you're thoughtful. Because no one else did.
He's like texting me photos of the.
Have you
Hell
used
yeah.
it?
Yeah, it works. It's so easy.
Wow.
And then I made like a batch of cookies. Also, I don't do edibles really ever. I do like when I'm like away. You know what I mean? Away from everything. That's where like if I'm in the woods, I'm like, I'm gonna eat something. But I like to make stuff. And then I went to this festival in May and brought a bunch of those edibles that I just had sitting.
Yeah.
And then this big dude the next day was like, dude, I was out of my mind. And I was like, that's a huge compliment. He was like huge. He was like 6'5", like 300 pounds. Not like fat, just like giant dude. And I was like,
It's
hell
just like
yeah.
one cookie's never
That's
done
what
that
he
to
was
me
like.
before.
I had one cookie. I was just floating in a hot tub. And I was like, all
that's
right,
great.
yeah. I'm good at cooking.
Hey, isn't the Savage Henry Comedy Festival right now?
Is it? That makes sense. I'm not going to that.
You're not going to that. Okay.
'Cause
yeah.
I
just
can't-
kind of thought you went every year.
No, I mean, it's not for me.
What do you mean?
I don't have to party like that anymore.
Do you guys know what we're talking
No.
about? So Savage Henry is a comedy club and a humor magazine and a group of comics in Humboldt County. And we both go up there a lot. They're the fucking best. I love them so much. The club's great. They do great shows. I just opened for him there on 420 this year.
It was a
And
mess.
it was a mess, absolutely.
We were fine, but the place is a mess.
Yeah.
I don't think 420 had anything to do
No,
with it.
dude.
They were just like, oh, what day is it?
Matter
Like,
of fact,
"It's
they were all
420." Like,
hungover.
no kidding. And you're like, okay.
They all got so fucked up on 419 that everyone
Yeah.
was just tired on 420.
It
Like
was.
New Year's.
Yeah, totally.
No, it does feel like it's like if the whole town were alcoholics and they don't go out on New Year's Eve because that's when amateurs go out.
Right.
So all of Humboldt on 420 is like, we don't. No.
Ugh,
That's
yeah.
not- that's for amateurs. And you're like, okay. But
That's
I
just the
wanna
one
get
year
high.
that they, one day a year that they drink.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
No, they drink every day
Right.
too. That's the thing. They're known for marijuana in Humboldt, but they do all the drugs.
Oh, absolutely.
They do all of it.
Well, if you're moving to the place where the weed comes from, you're like a little bit of a fan of getting fucked up, you know?
We're
Yeah,
going
that-
straight to the source.
That
But anyway, they
festival's
have a
not for
festival
me.
every
Yeah,
year.
and it's like a fun party
It's
for
the
like 3
best.
days, but I don't do that anymore because I did it for so long. And
Totally.
it's like, now I just like to go up there on a weekend on my own pace.
Were you there that year? Like, one of the years. Oh, you were there because we did the same insane headliner show. And I had to follow you. Fuck you, first of all. And that's never easy. But that year they rented out, the Airbnb we all stayed at was an old creamery
Yeah.
that literally 30 or 40 like just air mattresses were in.
Well, okay, so they made it seem like, oh, we have room for everyone. Everyone has a room.
Like a
So-
cheap insane asylum.
Well, they made it sound like everyone has a room, and when you say that, you're like, "Oh, cool, having a hotel or whatever." And then you get there and like, we've rented out this haunted factory of dairy,
Right.
and it's not not everyone has a room. Like some people are sleeping on like windowsills, and then there's like a hammock in the middle for no reason. And like I was there with my wife.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, we don't live like this."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, so we're getting a hotel."
Right.
Yes.
Oh, so yeah. So
But
you didn't
yeah,
miss
I would
the-
have stayed there in a second. I was like,
Totally.
oh, we're sleeping right there on that floor. And she was like, we are humans. And
This is
I'm
also
like,
an old
"Oh, yeah,
warehouse. So like
I forget.
we party. They have basically a can't hardly wait party, where there's like 3 floors of this place. There's people getting fucked up downstairs, and then in the middle floor, and then on the roof. And there's like coke somewhere, and there's weed everywhere, and there's like people like I accidentally DJ'd one part of it for like 2 hours. I was just so stoned and drunk, and yeah, just like that. Yeah, and they're like, "Why do you keep playing Fiddler? Why?" People just like tripping over themselves. It was so much fun. Different little.
Like, I love San Francisco.
Right. And then we all pass out at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's a big warehouse. So there's just huge windows everywhere, and we're all on air mattresses. So at 8 in the morning, we all get woken up by the sun. And we're just like, oh, God. And we all go get breakfast.
No, I remember that.
And you slept in.
No, I remember that. Because the next day, I had that feeling that I never had at a festival, which is like, I woke up like, I feel amazing.
Dude.
And then I was like, let's go talk to everyone. And everyone I talked to was a zombie, like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, have you had the bagels? They're really good. They're really good bagels. We're going to go on a hike. Do you guys want to go on a hike? We're going to the ocean. Everyone else is like, I'm going to kill you.
We were just, what is happening, dude?
It was really fun.
I actually woke up sleepwalking at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I just walked into Claire O'Kane and Josh Androsky's room. And I woke up to Josh going, Dave! And I like woke up and I was standing in their room. Wow. Yeah.
Is that like a normal thing for you?
No,
or that
I've
was
never
a one-off?
sleepwalked ever before in my life. I got really fucked up in Humboldt. It'll do that.
Wow.
That's sad.
It's kind of sad.
Which part's sad?
I was just thinking in my head, like, what is the most inappropriate thing to say?
Yeah, totally.
Like a party
It's
story.
sad.
And like,
You're a sad person.
God, that's sad. You're like, no, we were having fun.
Well, sleepwalking, it's weird. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
They were scared.
Well, yeah, you're
Yeah.
unresponsive, but you're awake.
I'm like
I
a
remember
6 foot
being-
tall person just standing in their room.
I remember
Ugh.
being drunk and going into my friends who are married's room because I didn't realize they were grown-ups. Do you know what I mean? And I was staying with them, and I was drunk, and I came in and I'd had fun, and I was like, I'm going to go wake them up. And they were mad at me, and I could not figure out why until the next day. I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I was being a real maniac there, where I was like, hey, guess who's here?
Yeah.
And they were like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you being mean? I don't drink anymore.
Oh,
That was
dear.
a lot of fun.
Oh, sure.
Hey guys, marijuana know something?
Oof.
Well, she
No,
doesn't.
I'm ready. I'm ready this
We
time.
don't have to.
Always ready.
Yeah, I do marijuana know
I
something.
really do miss that sound. It makes such a
It
difference
does
in the
make
show.
it more magical.
Man.
I'm not going to try to do it again.
No.
Okay. About how many Twitter accounts are bots, not controlled by humans?
Oh,
About
God.
how many?
Whoa.
About how many? Yeah. So
I
around
would say about 50 million.
Damn, how many Twitter accounts are there?
Bazillions.
At least billions, but are there trillions of Twitter
Billions?
accounts?
I don't.
Ellen DeGeneres has 87 million followers on Twitter.
That is a lot.
So
Right. So there's at least.
So that's
Batman.
less than
there's
a
at least
third.
100. There's at least 100 million, because I'd like to
Yeah.
think 300 million people on Earth are being.
Well, but how many of those followers are
200 million.
bots not?
I'm going to say 20 million.
Okay.
I say
Bot
50.
accounts.
I say 50.
I think it's a lot higher. I think it's a crazy number because I think that one person can make so many so easily.
But those would be controlled by humans, right? Like if someone makes 50 different accounts, they would still control all of those?
I mean, at some point, what do you mean? A bot comes from a human. At
Well,
some
I
point,
guess.
right?
But it would still, but it's like run like a computer program, I think.
So a bot begot a bot.
It could be, yeah, a human wrote a program to just keep making Twitter accounts. So maybe like the number just grows exponentially every day.
Wait, let me go to a Trump tweet and just start counting. How many
Do you
are
know the
bots?
answer?
No, it's
Oh,
on the
yeah.
other side of this card.
Oh,
we're gonna find
so
out
we
together.
do know.
Okay, I'm gonna
answer.
go
It's here, yeah.
to a break, and then we're gonna find out.
Oh yeah,
I
cliffhanger.
know.
Wow.
I
Have
know.
you even
Done.
smoked
We
yet?
probably could have
No.
fit it in, but I
Dave
still
hasn't
wanna
even
guess.
smoked yet.
Hey everybody, have you heard about our new show, Doing Doug with Dabs? It's me, ALICIA, and Taylor hanging out and doing dabs after tapings of some of the regular shows. Sometimes we'll invite a guest, sometimes it'll just be us. The show drops a couple times a month and is exclusive to members of our 420 Club on Patreon. Want to unwind with us after getting Doug with High? Head over to patreon.com/gettingdoug and sign up today. It supports this show, and in return, we'll send you a signed blue card, read your name during one of the shows, and you'll get early access to our pre-taped episodes. Pretty great! Check out patreon.com/gettingdoug to join today.
Welcome back. There's a few things I didn't say earlier. I forgot to, because you know why. The next show is going to be October 22nd at 12:15. That will be a live one. And then Patreon members, I do apologize, but given circumstances, we are not doing doing dabs with Doug. I got it right that time. I feel really good about it. We will return next week.
Dab and doos with Doug. Hey, you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I succumb to peer pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I
As
think
you should.
It's not peer
when it
pressure
comes to
as
weed.
much as it's like
What you
that's
do
what
here.
The show is.
Yeah, totally.
That is the show.
Like I got booked on Drunk History and like, oh, I don't drink.
And I hate history.
And I
can't read.
I don't remember stories. Is that?
Have you been on that show?
No, I don't drink.
Have
He
you?
does.
Yeah, I did it. It's so fun. And
It seems like it would be.
it's maybe the drunkest I've ever been, which honestly is saying a lot.
That's not good.
Yeah, they administered oxygen to me.
That's probably,
Wow.
That's probably for the
Yeah, you have to get a physical, and then they have a medic on site. And I think they actually give oxygen to everybody just to be safe. But they were like, oh, give them the oxygen.
What were
I
you
was
drinking?
I drank some like really high percentage dark beer. I don't remember what it was called. And then I also did a bunch of shots of Jameson.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Did
and
you
like or
select
Bushmills.
those options?
No. And so
Okay.
what's weird is
I see.
they tell you to stock yourself with alcohol because they can't buy liquor for you. But what they didn't tell me is that they can bring it for free as like a thing that they just have as people. So like I'm like
there's just like a ton of things there.
getting really drunk on beer, and then he's like, let's do shots. And that's when I stopped with the memories, you know? I don't
Did you
remember.
black out?
Dude, 8 full hours.
That's not good.
The editor,
I blacked out, but I never had a crew around.
dude, no shit, man. And it was my first
Sounds
TV
like a
credit.
nightmare.
That's
I also,
so crazy.
I had been doing stand-up probably 4 years. So like, it was my first ever TV credit by far. It was early for me to be getting a TV credit. And
Did you wake up the next morning, like when you come out of those blackouts, you're like, well, comedy's over?
totally, dude. Because in the blackout, you have little like shadows of memories.
Yeah, and
The
they're not good
flashes,
ones.
yes.
The memory I had, the clearest one was me throwing up in my toilet with a camera crew being like, Dave, come on, man, we're not done. And me screaming, get out of my house.
Was that real?
Yes.
Ah.
And they were like, dude, we get it, but we gotta, yeah,
You
man.
signed a piece of paper, and now we own you for a night.
Yeah. They never.
Sounds fun.
It honestly was. That part obviously
I
wasn't.
mean,
but
but if you're thinking about like, if you're gonna drink till you in excess till you black out, which you should never do.
Ever.
You shouldn't.
No.
But
Right.
it happens. That's the way to do it. Where there's like a medical professional
Totally.
and a crew that's like, listen, you're not gonna die. We
Yeah.
are gonna let you go way past what you should.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what I think?
Huh.
I think 1 billion bots are on Twitter.
cool, good transition.
I actually just remembered.
1 billion?
I'm
There's
like a billion.
Flip it.
We say 50,
I said 50 million.
20.
20.
Oh man,
think
who's gonna
it's a
get to
crazy
meet Drew
number.
Carey? Who's gonna get to shake his hand?
I wish I knew how
The
many
answer
Twitter accounts there
is-
were, like, in
oh.
total.
48 million.
Boom!
Oh,
wow.
damn, dude.
Very good.
I went over though, so I don't get to go meet Drew Carey.
Yeah, you don't.
Is he
No,
here?
but I was
I-
closest.
I went to
I'd
The
give you
Price
the
is Right
win. You were-
recently. It is
you were $2
literally
million
the
off.
most fun experience, and if you haven't done it, go do it.
Okay.
I
It's
wanna go.
amazing.
Can you take kids?
No, I don't think so.
Damn it.
I think you have to be over 18,
18?
because anyone can be called up to play a game, and you have to, you know.
Oh yeah.
Is it really
taxes.
random? Like anyone can get called up? Or
Yeah.
do they like vet you before?
Um,
Like, hey, you're gonna get.
yeah,
they
while,
know.
They definitely.
while they're in line, they interview everybody,
Yeah, okay.
and they like select those people. And it's crazy because I was one of the first people to sit, and so I was watching as they seat people. And it's not just like come in and fill the seats. Like they very strategically place every single group. It's really wild to watch. There's a lot to it. It's a whole system.
They definitely.
That's all.
I mean, Josh Androsky, has he been on this show?
I don't think,
don't know.
or not my time.
I'm bad with names.
When they interviewed him, he got on, and when they interviewed him, he told them he was a skateboard rabbi, and then he got picked. You know. So I feel like they definitely.
What the fuck's that mean?
Skateboard rally.
Oh man, there's a whole video. It's on YouTube. It's
He
Later.
was under the influence.
He was
Yeah,
on
yeah,
mushrooms.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hesitate to say details because he tells the story.
Yeah, it's his
Very,
story.
it's his story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is, you should look that up after the show. It's like, or just open a new tab, because that's probably
Yeah.
how you're watching this. And be like, motherfucker who does mushrooms on.
Yeah.
Price is
Skateboard
Right.
rabbi will definitely get you there.
It just sounds like something a dog cartoon would be.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you? I'm a skateboarding dog rabbi. All right, go on. Rabbis are the best as far as preachers, pastors go.
Oh, they're chill.
Because they're really chill and there's no like religious bullshit. They're mostly like, I mean, sounds like you love her more than her, so you maybe go that way or something. Like the way they give advice is like very practical, and you're like, this is
I'm finally watching Weeds right now, and
Yeah.
the rabbi in the final season is not very practical.
well. I mean, I'm not saying all of them, you know.
Hey, can I tell you guys something going on in the news? 'Cause this one's kind of interesting, I think. Mitch
What if we said
McConnell.
no.
You could say no. I'd let you continue your story. Doug's
No.
not here. He can't say no. Mitch McConnell has decided that the DEA needs to create technology to be able to distinguish between marijuana and hemp on the spot. He's added it to a bill
I have the
that's.
technology.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, light it on fire.
No, yeah, let me inhale it. And give me like 3 minutes, and I can tell you if it's hemp or if it's if it's cannabis.
That's gonna be really funny if that's what they come back with and tell it. Like,
just-
this is what
well,
we
it's
just a
created.
This is
picture of
Billy.
me, and I'm like, hey guys.
We got a guy.
I call my mom. I got a job with the government.
Meanwhile, you're smoking rope.
Yeah,
You just
this one's hemp.
die from
I
asphyxiation.
told you guys this was hemp. I don't feel good.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. Right?
I mean, looking at the
You
actual
can't look at
buds,
it.
it's very, very difficult to tell.
You can't look at it and tell.
I mean, that's why like Texas basically decriminalized, because they're not going to test it. I know a few other states have done that too. It's amazing.
That's so awesome.
I would love to be there when they're like the Texas Rangers, those type dudes are like, they're doing that test where they're showing them like, all right, which one gets you high? And they're just like, you know what, fuck it. Just, we're not even gonna worry about it anymore. Let's just,
Yeah.
let's fuck this. I think that's awesome. They should tape that. The fun thing about this show is stories always, there's a lot of momentum.
Dude, I also just got so stoned.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah?
you've been
Just
waiting.
now?
Yeah, I'm also
just happened
such
to
a
you?
fucking lightweight.
That's
so.
awesome though. That's not something.
How often do you smoke?
Well, actually,
never?
oh shit, you know what I just realized? This is my first time getting high in like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
You're gonna get real high.
Yeah, I already am.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wanna do some more?
Yeah.
Not for a minute.
Smoke that
But
shit.
hey, thanks, dude.
Mm,
I got
I'll tell you
enough.
something
Yeah,
else
you
that's
got some
going
more
on.
stuff,
Oh,
Alicia?
do you want to do marijuana know something?
I got one more if you want.
I
Yeah,
got
sure.
some. Okay.
Get time.
I want to say it, but the
Can I ask
jingly
it?
thing's not. Yeah, you want to do it?
Okay. Marijuana knows something. 2Q. Q. How long does it take to make a spacesuit?
Wow.
To make us.
Like from the jump? Like from
Yeah.
from particle 0.
From element to
To-
yeah, periodic
what-
table.
I would say probably 5 years is my guess.
15 minutes.
I'm gonna say 9 months, like a baby.
9 months, like a baby. It's actually 10 months. I just
Like a
had
huge.
one.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's like a
Fucking
certain amount of
weird, right?
weeks.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a weird myth that's just out there.
There was that situation recently where that spaceship was supposed to go and some of the women couldn't come because they didn't have the suits for them or in their sizes. So it seems like it must be a really long time if instead of just delaying this mission, they were just like, well, sorry, women, you're not going.
I peaked.
So
I'm going to make this question, because none of us are even close to what we're doing. You're going to have to answer in hours. How many hours does it take?
Oh, okay.
okay. I don't think I'm going to do that.
127 hours.
That's also how long it takes to cut your arm off, right?
Yep.
Is that the movie?
I only know
Yeah.
references.
Did you know that James Franco really did that
I did.
for
Yeah.
the movie?
Cut his arm off?
It's pretty amazing.
And then he's got the
And
same
he did
arm
even win
that
an
Luke
Oscar.
Skywalker has.
Yeah,
now.
people don't talk about that enough.
It's the arm that he paints with.
I think he should have won a trophy for that. He cut his arm off.
Definitely an Oscar
When they
trophy.
filmed him, he was like, "Ah!"
Yeah, that
I mean,
was
technically, it's not acting. He really did it.
sure. So maybe he shouldn't
He
get
just
an award.
stole someone's story and did a documentary.
Totally. So they were like, "Well, this isn't acting. You're just cutting your fucking arm off."
Okay, how many hours? He got 100. He's got James Franco. He guessed James Franco out.
The problem is I think it's like 2 years.
How many hours is that?
Right.
Well,
Well,
you
it's-
see. If you
10 days is
This
2,400,
math is just
right? Or
unnecessary.
240. Wow.
I'm not a calculator.
10
I
days
just have
is
the
240. So 20 days is like 500. A little more than 500.
I see why like hosts have these cards because it makes you feel like I'm superior.
Yeah.
these
I'm in
ones are
charge
extra
of this.
sturdy
That's,
too.
I know you took
It
them
is
from
very
me.
strange. Where you're just like, it's my show now.
I'm going to say
And people are like, he's got the cards. I guess he's in charge.
15,000 hours.
15,000
I think that's
hours.
like a year and a half.
Or is that the song from Brent?
Could be that.
120.
Let's just say both.
Okay.
All right, so I got James Franco. You,
You
got
got
Rent.
120. He went bigger. He went larger.
What was yours?
15,000.
15,001. Because I think it's really high.
About 5,000 hours of work.
Wow.
Right?
So
Damn.
you both pretty close.
Yeah.
5,000 hours.
You were.
Yeah, and 5,000 hours is like 10 days is
Do the math.
240. So 480 is 20 days. And a month is like 720.
Man, I don't give a shit.
It's like a little less than a year. It's like 2/3 of a year.
Every time I know, and I feel bad because I've bought 4 spacesuits now, and I never ask how long it's take. I'm always just like, how much? And then
You do
I'm
have a
like,
lot
"That's
of
a little high."
spacesuits.
But you can. Here's the thing: you can haggle with the spacesuit salesman because they just want to get rid of them.
Oh, I always imagine you took them from someone in NASA.
Do you have
Well, I mean,
NASA
like,
connections?
that's-
You assume he has NASA connections?
That's who I buy. I mean, it's not above board what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They do work for NASA or have.
I guess I meant I thought it was an
for NASA.
astronaut
I'm
illegally
just.
selling
This
their
is it.
spacesuit.
I'm kidding about. I don't want to call or
Sure.
somebody come to my house.
All
Like,
I
you got
know-
spacesuits here? I'm like, I got 2.
I can't stand like any space movie, which is crazy because the concept of going to space seems like that should be the most interesting thing in the world. I don't get how it's not to me. But I was really excited for that movie to finally be about the astronaut that went to kill that lady and wore the diaper the whole drive. She drove across country.
Wait,
Did you
what?
hear about
Wait,
this?
yeah.
Oh yeah, now I remember that. Yeah, because they're focused.
It's gonna be like a Keira Knightley, or not Keira Knightley. All
But the
right.
diaper's
I was
not
hoping
even
you
gonna
guys
be
would
part
know
of the
more about
movie.
this movie.
I know what you're talking about.
Wait,
the diaper's
what?
not even part of the movie.
I know.
Stupid.
That was gonna be my point. But anyway, look into this story. It's really good. I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah. But
She-
no space
What's this
movies? That's
movie?
what you stay away from?
It's about how
can't
engineers in
stand
love
them.
know no bounds.
What?
What?
You don't remember this?
And what does that have to do with the
Okay, there's like
diaper?
an astronaut lady. She was like training to be an astronaut. So those people that get to that point are very focused, disciplined people. But
Uh-huh.
it's like any other aspect. It's like when they apply that. They're very good at this thing. They also apply it to other parts of their life that they shouldn't apply it to, like love. And then this dude was like, hey, we're not working out. And she was like, bullshit. And then she drove 24 straight hours with the diaper because she's trained. And that was like the part that the press was like, hey, listen, let's do it. So like, did the diaper thing. But the really thing is like, did she do murder?
I think
like
she did end up killing her.
See?
I think she
there's
actually
like a violent part, but we forget because she wore a
Because of the
diaper.
I wish I listened to a podcast about this.
I can
more
see why they didn't
recently.
put it in the movie. Like, it's very distracting. It's like a very small detail that all of us children are like, she wore a diaper.
It's got to be like a post-credits scene where they just show.
It's just Keira Knightley like, I got the diaper on. And Bear's like, oh, thank you.
We knew how she didn't stop once.
Oh, that's how she did it. And Keira Knightley just wears a diaper the whole movie.
It's like she just looks like real puffy around the midsection.
It's like method. I'm method.
I mean, it is so funny. Everything about a diaper, like, I don't know.
Well, even
The
the
sound of
cops
it.
that probably caught her, like, she wearing a diaper,
I mean,
y'all.
I was,
Like, she murders them. I know, but she got a diaper on.
I saw this news story at some point about how a pedicab driver and a cab driver got in a fist fight in Boston. I always remember this because it was like so Boston that would happen.
It sounds like something that happens all the time, and they just someone thought to film it.
But then, as I was watching the video, I don't remember, a friend sent it to me, and it clicked over into another video about the same story on this same news site. And the guy, the anchor, was like a dude from Boston on the street, and he was like, yeah, the pedicab driver he got his diaper kicked. And he just kept saying diaper over and over again, because he couldn't say ass on TV, I guess. And he was like, the cabbie was kicking his diaper.
Maybe he just said diaper instead of ass.
I think so.
That's weird.
But either way, it's
You guys,
That's a weird
we
replacement.
are going to go to a break, but we'll be right back with more
Change
stories
your
from
diapers.
these guys.
Change 'em.
Diaper
Diapers.
stories
Change that
only.
shit.
Change.
Welcome back. What a show. What a day, really. But we're in the last segment now. Taylor, this
We
is
made it.
normally your segment, so I will let you take over our Dab King.
Well, I'm gonna do a dab. I got, what am I smoking today? Some from Summit Boys.
Them Summit boys.
Boys.
I tell you.
totally.
Sounds like an 80s cult of bullies. On
But
a s- on a-
Summit Boys.
they've got like
With
snow
some boys.
machines.
Yeah, totally.
like a 50s gang, but they're in the 80s and they just wear snow jackets in Florida. All right.
Lily Wayne, are you dabbing today?
Does anybody get
I do one.
Alright.
I do one.
Would you like the inaugural?
Yeah, I do that. Dr. Dabber, is that who this is?
That is the Switch by Dr. Dabber. Press this little middle button.
Okay, this one,
Fat one.
that one. Press it.
Yep. Red means it's heating up. Green means it's good to go.
Green
I can go ahead and do
means
your plugs now.
Plug them.
During Billy Wayne Davis. It's this gentleman right here. Killing it. Go to BWD Tour. No, you killed it.
I think you won it.
In a good way. Go to bwdtour.com for his upcoming dates in Seattle, Atlanta, Houston, and Oregon.
Those are good cities.
Yeah, it is.
fun.
Bouncing
This
all
week
over.
I'm in Eugene on Saturday, and Salem on Friday, and Portland I'm doing a live podcast called Behind the Bastards on Thursday. So come out if you're in those places. In Seattle, November 1st and 2nd, come out to that too.
Yeah.
Behind the Bastards is a good show.
It is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Yeah, it's great. Robert Evans.
Dave Ross. Check out his album, The Only Man Who Has Ever Had Sex.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Quite a claim. Quite a claim.
Well, have you ever had sex?
I had no
Yes.
idea.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Listen to his
Think about
album and
it.
find
Yes.
out.
I don't know, Billy.
2 kids.
Have you? Yeah, but where'd they come from?
Here, I can
I don't know, man.
this guy.
You should hear my album.
yeah.
Remember the time I did sex? Both times.
You remember? You remember both times?
And I have 2 kids. That's why I'm not going to do sex a 3rd time.
Heard that.
You're
Never
done at
again.
2?
You're done with the 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my 2 times of pleasure, and I'm paying for it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. You shouldn't
That's
never
how I
orgasm.
thought sex was when you're like younger.
You
You're
just,
like,
once you do it, you
do
get it.
one, you get a kid. You're like, God.
Yeesh.
And then people are like, people talk about it so much. You're like, whew. Feels good.
I didn't say the. Hold on. I've left something out of
Kids?
yours.
I haven't dabbed in a minute.
You can buy Dave's album
Oh.
at sex.guns.beer.
Yes. Yeah, that's the URL.
And that's real.
Yeah, it is real. Yeah.
They're not gonna like get a virus from going.
No, you
back.
won't. I like realized 2 or 3 years ago they made a bunch of new suffixes, and I was like, immediately I was like, I'm gonna buy guns.beer. And so I just bought it, and I had it, and it was like a dumb thing I made here or there, and then when I had the record, I was like, oh yeah, I mean that's going there for sure.
Have you
That's
gotten
awesome.
people being like, hey, when you're done with that, I have a store. I need this.
No, not yet.
Nobody's tried to buy it off of
That's
you.
a specific store.
Sex,
But
guns,
it
and beer.
exists.
It's in
Yeah.
Nevada. You can get all
It's
those in
every store in
It's a
Nevada,
restaurant,
as a
gun
matter of fact,
range.
yeah.
Pahrump, Nevada. That's
Man,
the,
hey.
that's the city of Pahrump was like, could we have that for our city?
We want to put it on the sign up front.
Yeah,
Sex.guns.beer.
that's us right there.
It's literally so many towns.
Sex, guns, beer.
I like it. Taylor, what are you plugging?
I have a podcast called What's Wrong With Me, where I talk about the things that are wrong with me. You know, socially, mentally, mostly socially.
Sure.
Will you tell us what most recently
Yeah. What
was
the
that
fuck's
topic?
wrong with you, dude?
What was wrong with you?
Do people say that to you when they're like,
Yeah,
is
it
that how
does happen
started? They're
sometimes.
like, "People-
I mean,
what's
the
wrong
one
with
that
you?"
really gets me is that I like to argue, mostly about like conspiracy theories, and I'll just like
People love that.
I'll just like pick a side.
Especially
Yeah.
people that don't like conspiracies.
Yeah, it alienates people.
They love it when
It
you
does.
just push it on them. I've noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's been a problem that I've tried to bottleneck my conspiracy arguments just arguing against flat Earth. I feel like that's a good
Yeah. You
way to put
channel
my
that
time. Yeah.
into that energy into something
Yeah.
that you shouldn't even have to argue.
Right, but I do because I just, I like nonsense.
You like the exercise of it. It's
I
like
knew.
training.
It's like meant like I figure out a way. Oh, you don't believe that every single NASA photo that ever existed is fake, so I'll just rule that out and then figure out another way to beat
What do
your
you think they're
stupid theory.
doing every day at work? They're faking those. They've
Yeah,
had
that's-
Photoshop since 1945.
That's true.
We're just now getting it. It's
That's true.
in Buzz Aldrin. He's just like one of the best actors of all time. That's why they've put him in no other films ever.
Yeah, he couldn't.
I did
He was
like
under
when-
contract.
When that guy asked him about the moon landing,
Just punched him in the face.
I was like, listen, I don't know if it happened or not, but that was awesome. I'm just glad all this happened so it led to that moment.
Wait, I actually didn't know about this. He punched someone in the face who asked him if it was fake.
Yeah, and
Wow.
he was like, and he was like an old man when this happened. This was like in the last 10 years.
Yeah, the guy
There's,
was
like,
very
cameras there,
persistent,
and
like
he's
kept
like,
touching
"Right,"
his
he's like,
shoulder,
"Bam!"
and he had a Bible in his hand. He's like, put your hand on this Bible and swear that you went to the moon, and then he just punched him in the face. It's awesome.
Wow.
It's one of
Which
the
is
best.
the opposite of what he was asking for. He was like, do the, bam.
Damn.
He's like, I'm going to
What-
sue you for the truth about
What if,
the moon landings.
what if he'd have put his hand on the Bible then smacked him?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like,
that would've been
hey, you know
incredible.
I mean this.
That's good. That's like throwing a feint
Has
the
anyone
jab,
ever
and then
done
throw
that?
the overhand right.
Do you think ever one time in history that's happened?
in like a
In some,
court-
put your hand on the Bible. Yeah, in a courtroom.
And then he just
Hell
punched
yeah.
somebody.
Yeah, and just punch.
Punch the
like,
plaintiff.
Anytime I've ever been near or in a courtroom, insane shit is happening.
Right. Oh, yeah. I bet that's happened a ton of times.
Yes. No, there's like
Yeah.
one time I was in the courtroom in Washington, and there's like when a bunch of people go and they say their plate or whatever. And there's a guy behind me who had like an open shirt, and he had this big graphic tee, and it said "Beer, it's what's for breakfast." And me and my lawyer went up and we did our thing, and she was like, "Let's go." And I was like, "Hold on, I have to see what his charge is." And she goes, "Okay, I understand." And it was like DUI and then this other stuff, and then he just goes, "Not guilty." And I was like, "That was the best thing I've ever seen. That was the best." I was like, I wanted to give him $15 because I was like, this is the best show I've ever. Like, even the judge was like, this is why I do it. He's like,
Wearing a beer shirt.
oh, it was just like
so
he
good.
was so like his energy is why I stayed after because I was like, he's gonna do something. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He's excited. He's not nervous like everybody else.
Yeah, he doesn't have like a button-up shirt.
Because he had beer for breakfast.
Awkwardly
That's why
tucked
he was like,
in.
He cut the he cut attention because he's like, yeah, it's great.
God, that's so crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's like the first lesson my dad taught me is that if you have to go to court, you just pretend like you're a nice person. Like you dress up in the nicest clothes that you got.
Yes.
I got a ticket when I was like 15 when I first got my learner's permit, and had to go. And he's like, "We're getting you a nice shirt to go to court."
Well, here's the thing. You're not pretending you're a nice person. You're just showing respect to the
Well,
courtroom.
yeah.
That's what it is. When
Showing
you
a
dress
nice
up,
side.
it shows that you are taking this serious. And the judge likes that. And people do not accept that. They're like, I don't give a shit what that motherfucker thinks. They're like, you should. You should.
Because it's to his discretion, his or her
This whole
discretion.
system's set up because of what that motherfucker thinks. We have given that motherfucker a lot of power. And you're wearing a t-shirt.
And a robe. Yeah, he's wearing a robe and you're wearing a t-shirt?
Yeah. God, come on, just pretend.
I mean, just look at this thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
It's
there are
intimidating.
probably
Very
judges that do
intimidating.
They
have
bang
it,
their desk.
do have that, where they're like, hey, check it out, dude. Like, they got their fraternity brothers, like, I'm a judge now. I'm pretty good,
Yeah.
but also, I'm a judge.
Me.
I just imagine everyone, there is that moment when they become a judge, you're like, this whole system is fucked up.
I throw up every night.
Why did they give me all this
I
back?
should not. This is, yes, exactly. I'm drunk right now. This is bad.
I hate
Then they're like, this is a
everyone.
good platform for corruption.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like,
all just
I'm
practice.
Yeah, totally.
going to abuse this. I love judges and the law. You have to respect. That's what I'm saying. You have to respect it.
Yeah, you're right. It is about respect. Playing the game a little bit, even if you're faking the respect, giving the appearance that you're respecting what's happening.
Yeah.
That you don't want to go to jail.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to go to jail.
Yes. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying more than anything else. It's like, can you wear a suit so we don't have to put you in a cage?
Yeah.
And some people are like, I can't do it.
I'm wearing my Garfield
I
t-shirt.
can't do it, man. How many years? All right, fuck it, man. My neck gets stuffy. And you're like, all right.
It's so funny.
Oh my God.
It is. Some of it is that base simple, and some of it's like, can you give us $33?
Totally. Is
They're
there
like, I
any
can't do it. And they're
chance?
like, all right, then put him in
Not-
the cage.
I had
Not today.
literally never thought of it that way. Like, is there a chance in hell you're not a piece of shit?
Can you for an hour and a half wear a tie? And they're like, can't do it. And they're like, all right, put him in cuffs. He's like, this feels better.
That's why I quit my last job.
This feels fucking better. And you're like, you were missing the point of a lot of.
Dude, not guilty. I can picture the whole scene. He's a huge person, I'm imagining.
I can't imagine
But-
the room not just erupting in laughter.
Yeah, so, not guilty.
He,
So
no,
what
he didn't
happened is
scream
I
it. He
got
just went,
shown
not
a
guilty.
Sorry, I just got shown a 2-minute, but I think I already got shown a 2-minute, so maybe that was the end of the show. Nope, that was 2 minutes.
Okay.
I am
All right.
that
Now we
high.
know. We're back
So
on
bad.
track.
I got so nervous that we were supposed
Are we still
that we were
doing
gonna
the
get
show?
cut off
Yeah.
on Pluto TV. Yeah, you're still on.
I
You're
thought we
on
were
Pluto.
still waiting for Doug. When's he getting here?
He should be here in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay,
Oh,
we're good to
okay.
go.
So we'll be good.
That's good.
Oh,
You guys are a good
man.
hang.
Hosting
Good
on
practice
Dabs is
show,
a wild
everybody.
thing.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
anyone else do that besides Doug?
What?
Somebody out there
Does what?
hosts while dabbing.
I doubt it.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of people.
I mean, there's a bunch of YouTubers that are, but they're not hosting. They're just talking to their screen.
I heard David Letterman had these
Yeah,
years
under
ago,
his
and
desk.
Just under his desk between takes, he was like, the
It was disguised as a microphone, the desk microphone.
The technology's been there. They're just releasing it now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does that.
I think you'd be surprised.
No, who's dabbing and hosting right now? Fallon ain't doing
Does
it.
Rogan? Is he? I don't.
He doesn't. I don't think he does.
He smokes weed.
He's a joint.
He's not
joint
there.
guy.
But I think Samantha Bee, just she doesn't do dabs. She just like injects it.
Oh, directly.
It's just high concentrate liquid THC, like a junkie.
That's comparable.
Like a junkie. Allegedly. That's what all her writers told me.
That's okay. All right.
Hey, we just got a 30 seconds, and that sign was real, and I am
real.
on it. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for having us.
I think
it's
that was
fun.
great.
Yeah.
Pipe made out of dildo.
Oh.
Yep.
That's cool.
It's recycled
We'll
dildos.
see you
That's how they
next
made that.
time. Doug will be here.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Dildo.
I don't know who else.
Smell it.
Bye.
Oh, sure. Yep. Smell the same.